Well, hey there, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode. Hope you all are doing well out there, staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy. My name is Lori MacLean, and I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 2, and I'm now in my 41st year with the disease. It's hard to believe. Along the way, I've learned a few things, and it continues to teach me. To be honest, it really, really does. Every day, it seems like I am learning something new about myself and about this disease. So in this episode, I would like to share with you some things that your rheumatologist likely isn't going to tell you. And it's not because they're keeping them from you or anything. It's just simply, it's insight that I have gained from this side of the disease. You know, rheumatologists, they're just like any other doctor. They know what's in the books most times. They know what the data tells them. They know what the studies have told them. But there's things that go along with this disease that aren't found in books, that aren't found with studies, that patients like you and like myself just have gathered along the way. And the ways that this disease affects us, as I said, it's not always found in a book, because it's not just our joints, our movement, our mobility, if you will, that causes a change in our life. It also has a lot to do with our mental space. So let's get into this. Let's discuss the things that your rheumatologist isn't going to tell you. So the very first thing, when you find out you have rheumatoid arthritis, you are most likely going to feel relief, because now you know why you feel the way you do, why your joints are swollen, why they are hot, why you're losing mobility in them, and why you're overall just feeling kind of crummy. So that first thing that they're not going to tell you is the process that you're going to go through, the grieving that you are going to do as well. You're going to grieve the life that you knew, the life that you had pre-diagnosis, the things that you used to do that now are a challenge. Something as simple as putting on your socks may become impossible, or nearly impossible. My worst time has always been in the morning when I first wake up, especially before I was on the meds that I'm on now that have put me into remission. Pre-remission, as I say, mornings were rough. Imagine waking up in the morning and feeling like the Tin Man who needs some oil. I think that's probably one of the best analogies that I can think of, or comparisons. You wake up and moving your feet, moving your knees, moving your arms is like trying to wade through cement. There were many, many mornings when I would wake up and my hands would be stuck in a fist. And the thing that would work for me was always to have a hot shower. Get moving, because even though it's difficult, being sedentary is not going to help. So when I discuss and when I mention that you're going to go through a grieving process, you're going to grieve the time pre-diagnosis. It's going to be difficult to do those things, like I say, that used to be easy. So you really do have to grieve that. Grieve how life used to be, because it's much different now. The next thing that your rheumatologist isn't likely going to discuss with you is you're going to wonder why. You're going to wonder why you have this disease. What did you do to make this happen? What happened to you that made this happen? That is not known. There is no known cause for rheumatoid arthritis. It affects all different ages, all different walks of life. It is an autoimmune disease, so yes, it affects your immune system, and what it does is it causes your immune system to attack your own body. Our immune systems go into hyper overdrive, and they just start attacking. The why, yeah, doctors don't know, scientists don't know, researchers don't know. They're working hard to try and figure it out. There has been some articles that I've come across lately where trauma is discussed, and how trauma can manifest as an autoimmune disease. So that I find that very interesting. But like I say, the why, no one knows for sure. I think one of the biggest things that rheumatoid arthritis causes the person who has it to feel alone. It makes you feel as if no one around you understands what you're going through. It can cause you to seclude because you can't do the things that you used to be able to do, most likely. You have pain, which you didn't have before, which oftentimes makes us just want to cocoon and, kind of just turn in on ourselves and be alone. One of the ways I can suggest of counteracting this is to join a Facebook group. Find a community of people like you who feel like you. There's a really great app, and I've mentioned it before, and it's called My RA Team. I'm on there, and there's a bunch of other warriors on there who are going through the same thing as you. It will make you feel not as alone. It's a private, secure place where you can discuss what you're going through. You can discuss your feelings with people who can relate to exactly what you're going through. You found this channel, which is fantastic, and I hope it helps. I also have a Facebook group. It's down below in the description. I share all kinds of things on there, and I really encourage community and encourage other warriors to discuss things in the comments. So go ahead and like that Facebook group as well. Like I say, you don't know it yet, but there are millions of us out there with rheumatoid arthritis. You are not alone. You're most likely becoming very frustrated because you can't do those things that you used to be able to do. Putting on socks, opening a jar of pickles, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, showering, bathing. Those all become quite difficult. But I can tell you this, you will learn to cope. You will learn to cope. You will learn to adapt. You will find ways of making things easier on yourself and on your body. You'll find new ways to do things. You are human, and we are highly adaptable beings. Again, this is where community is very important, because warriors out there can share with you the things that they have learned along the way that help them. The tips, the tricks, the tools of the trade, so to speak. They are out there. As I say, you are going to adapt. You are going to cope. You can do this. A while ago, I filmed a video where I talked about all the things that rheumatoid arthritis taught me. And I'm going to drop that link to the video as well. One of the things that I have learned over the years, that I am stronger than what I thought ever. I have faced things head on that I didn't think I would be able to handle. Rheumatoid arthritis causes you to be strong. And you will be. You are going to find along the way and along this journey that you didn't know you could be this strong. You didn't know that you were capable of handling things like this, but you are. One of the main triggers for a rheumatoid arthritis flare, and that's during a time when your arthritis is more active, is stress. Because I am aware that stress causes a flare, I have also learned what things stress me out. I've learned to recognize the first signs and symptoms of stress. You become very self-aware when you have rheumatoid arthritis. It's a must. You must learn about you must learn about your body, and you must learn about the things that affect you negatively. What you need to know when you're in a flare or when you're having a bad day, that there are still good days ahead. Again, most likely, your rheumatologist isn't telling you this, that there will be good days again. Right now, you think, how is this ever possible? How am I going to live like this? Well, you can, because there's still good times ahead. Rheumatoid arthritis, rheumatoid disease, is not going to control everything in your world, and don't let it. Know that there is hope. There are a lot of meds out there now, way more meds than there used to be. Scientists are discovering new things about the disease every day. You will live. You will find joy, and you will find happiness. One other thing that your rheumatoid arthritis doctor, your rheumatologist, is not going to tell you, having a positive outlook on things helps so much. I very much look at things with, half cup, half full. That's a mouthful to say. I very much look at things through a positive lens. Always try and find the positive in everything. I have seen it before. People who have rheumatoid arthritis and who maybe didn't have a positive outlook on life pre-diagnosis, they have learned how important that is to be positive and how important that is when it comes to dealing with the disease. So that's it. That's all. Everybody, take care, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.